Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Empowering Morning Conversations. And just to remind you, we are here so that we can have a life, like we can have all of life come to us with ease, joy, and glory. And we can have every experience make us a better version of ourselves. Two very important things. That all of life, not only what you like. Good to see you, Milanji. So all of life, are we allowing it to come to us with ease, joy, and glory?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Right? Think about it. Are we allowing all of life to come to us with ease, joy, and glory? Or only the life that we like? Are we allowing every experience to make us a better version of ourselves? Now, if we are spending time in resisting and reacting, and all this is going on so unconsciously, unawareedly, like we don't even know, हम इतने सोए हुए हैं कि हमको पता भी नहीं है कि हम रिएक्ट कर रहे हैं, यानी कि प्रतिक्रिया कर रहे हैं, हमको पता भी नहीं है कि हम प्रतिरोध कर रहे हैं, यानी कि रेजिस्टेंस कर रहे हैं. If we don't even know that, what are we blocking in our life? Every little, instant of our life is so precious, like gold, and we are all doing this from our childhood, right? We want only what we enjoy. So we are running after things only that we enjoy. And all the things that we enjoy may not necessarily make us a better version of ourselves. Right? People, there is a word in the English language called indolent. Do you know what it means? What's the Niti? Will you look it up and tell everybody what the dictionary says? What's indolent? A person.
So wanting to avoid activity or extension.
Right?
Laziness.
And yeah. What is the meaning of the word hedonistic? So it looks like this is going to be converted into vocabulary session also. What do you call a person? Yes, Niti, you want to say something?
So you asked for another word, right?
Yeah, I did. Hedonistic.
Yes, engaged in the pursuit of pleasure, sensually self-indulged.
Right. So if a person is only indulging in pleasure or something that makes him happy, other things are not coming to his life, what will it make him? How many desires would he fulfill other than pursuit of pleasure? Are you understand me? So I have no problem. We desire pleasure, we desire ease. See, why do we say all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory? We are not saying pleasure. We are saying ease and joy. Okay? And we are saying every experience is an opportunity. Every experience is an opportunity to be a better version of ourselves. So if you keep yourself safe inside a cocoon, अगर आप अपने आप को हमेशा सुरक्षित रखते हो, and you are not exposing yourself to life, will you be growing and becoming a better version of yourself? I don't think so. So when we are not allowing us to be vulnerable, because sometimes to do big things and sometimes to go outside your comfort zone, sometimes to do things which you don't like to do, sometimes to do the things that will challenge you. Ratanji, good morning. It was a great pleasure yesterday. Ratanji had come to our Rotary Club meeting, so we were there together, spent some time, listened to some good music also. Yeah. So sorry for diversion there, but I saw him and I was very happy.
Okay. Thank you.
So are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If every moment of our life is gold, right? Every moment of our life is an opportunity to receive. You can mute yourself now, Ratanji. If every moment of our life is an opportunity to receive whatever is being sent to us, right? That is trust, by the way. If you don't honor the Almighty or the awareness, and you don't trust, and you are not in allowance for what He gives, right? And you're not grateful for what He is giving, then you can never be open and vulnerable enough to receive everything, right? If we are only open to receive pleasurable things, or in our definition, what we like, I agree, this is good, then am I not limiting myself? If I am going to be avoiding pain and only running after pleasure, will I be not narrowing my life? हम सीमित नहीं करेंगे अपनी जिंदगी को, अच्छी चीजों के पीछे भागेंगे और जो हमको अच्छी नहीं लगती उनसे दूर भागेंगे, तो बाकी चीजें जो देना चाहते हैं, whatever the Almighty wants to give, He only gives through our experiences, right? Is there any other way He can give you? Now, this is not a discussion about God, by the way, don't. But there is something in nature or providence, whatever name you want to give it. We are children of this planet Earth, and whatever experiences we are receiving are meant for us only, So if everything is available, you are not willing to choose all of it, then whose problem is it? See, everybody wants to be great, everybody wants to be the biggest guy on this planet or whatever it is they want. But the moment you start thinking about all the effort that's required, how many of us just backing off and saying, yeah, I want that, but I don't want to do this much work? So have I provoked your thinking enough this morning? Yes, sir. Kunal ji, farmaiye.
Trust and faith.
Yeah.
Which is required to have.
So again, you are asking formula. But
I am
how about distinguishing trust and faith? The ultimate form of trust is faith, no?
Okay. Yeah.
Without trust, can you have faith? हो ही नहीं सकता ना. हिंदी में बताएं ट्रस्ट को क्या बोलेंगे और फेथ को क्या बोलेंगे?
Trust is
एतबार करना.
एतबार, faith is भरोसा. Then comes, what is hope?
उम्मीद.
आशा.
आशा, उम्मीद.
What is the difference between hope and faith?
Hope is some expectation that it will happen. Faith is that I know it is going to happen. ये पूरा faith है, एतबार है कि वो करेगा, जो भी करेगा मेरे लिए अच्छा करेगा.
So faith is ultimate.
Absolutely. But for having faith, you have to have surrender, no?
Yeah.
And for having faith, you have to give up your judgment, no?
Right, sir. Got it.
The ultimate faith is that even if He's sending fire to you, वो जल रहे हो, and you're saying it is coming to me for my benefit, He's sending, let me accept that and be in allowance of that. We don't have it, no?
Yeah.
I think little babies have a lot of faith. When we have these small, tiny babies and we take and throw them like this, and then we catch them, they have complete faith that somebody will catch them, no?
Yeah, got it, sir. Thank you.
Of course, they cry from time to time and you don't feed them. And you don't clean their, what is that thing called, nappies. They certainly cry. But that's only an indication. Na? They know somebody will come. Na? If you feel that nobody is going to come and you have no faith in that, will you even cry? समझो ना, आप रोगे नहीं इफ यू फील कि कोई भी नहीं आने वाला है, कोई है ही नहीं दुनिया में, रो के क्या करेंगे? इट्स इंटरेस्टिंग. See how many things we follow in our life, no? And it's running in the background. We've got every ingredient that we need to live our life of ease and joy, okay, and glory. It's available to us. Some of them are so simple. Like when I went and did Vipassana, I said, my good God, it's so simple. It's so simple. You know that Ratanji taught you all that process, the centering process, I call it now. उसको हमने नाम दे दिया है. I don't know what is the original name for it, but it centers you. It raises your awareness. It brings you into the present. It's simple, no? There's nothing complicated about it. So my question is, we all want a life of ease and joy. We all, by now, I think you all understand that every experience is an opportunity to become a better version of ourselves. Okay? This is understanding at one conceptual level and experiencing it in your life every day, for which you have to give the permission. अपने आप को you'll have to give permission ना, कि भाई जो भी आ रहा है मेरे अच्छे के लिए है, मैं एक बेहतर इंसान बनूंगा इसकी वजह से. Are we allowing, giving ourselves permission to experience things in that way? Because if you're giving permission for yourself to experience those things, you will not be resisting them, na? You will say, wow, aane do, very nice. Let me experience this also. I mean, let's look at it today, right now. Each one of us, what are the things we are still resisting? Anything can happen, ye nahi hona chahiye. Yes, sir.
So what I'm getting, sir, is willingness is the key.
Willingness to have faith, or willingness to be in allowance, willingness to drop our judgment, yeah. At least to recognize that now I'm saying, oh, right and wrong, good and bad, agree, don't agree, that was good, this is not good, comparison, all that stuff. The moment we realize that and say, hello, let me be in the present moment and receive what this moment is giving to me. इस पल में जो मिल रहा है ले लो ना. You look at even the way we listen, yeah, how automatically programmed it is. Sometimes, you listen to something and you have a beautiful conversation, and inadvertently, without thinking, you say, oh, that was a very good conversation. So other conversations were bad conversations, is it? Instead of saying, wow, I experienced something magnificent right now. So even how we formulate sentences in our mind may have to change, right? If you remember, I said in one session, if your if your habits are aligned with your intentions, then you can be more powerful. You can achieve a result faster, correct? Now, if your thinking habit, thinking means how you use words in your head, and your speaking habit, okay, does not align with your intention. What is your intention? To have a life of ease, joy, and glory. What is your intention? To be a powerful person. What is a powerful person? Who is not influenced by the circumstances. He can be in the presence of anything and not be, disempowered by it. He does not lose his power in any situation. Another word for that, Vetri also has done now Vipassana, is to retain your equanimity. Whether it's very nice, whether it's bad, we are equanimous. Correct? That is power. So we want all that stuff. What is not allowing that stuff is that we do not honor the universe, maybe. We do not trust it. We are not in allowance of things. We are not in gratitude. And therefore, we are not vulnerable and open to receive the experiences that are coming our way. If you don't honor, you will definitely judge. And if you judge, you cannot trust also. You can't honor, you can't trust. Right? And you cannot even have gratitude. You definitely will not have any allowance. Therefore, you cannot be open. Vulnerable means open, right? Defenseless. If you are not open, you cannot receive. Are you understanding? Why do we not have, why are we not receiving abundance of love and happiness and everything? Because we are blocking it. We want to tell the Creator, please give it. We also want to tell him how we would like to receive it. It's like going to a surgeon and saying, hey, you do my heart surgery, but make sure you don't cut anything. Huh? I want you to do my heart surgery, but you do it without using general anesthesia. You know, you please do it without making any cut in any of my arteries and veins. Because that's painful for me. It will take me 6 months to recover, blah, blah, blah. That's how we are. So think about it. Are you going to limit your receiving by defining how you want to receive it? Or do you want to receive it by being in allowance? By not judging? By honoring and trusting? How would life be? Do you see how fundamentally useful these 5 things are, not only for relationship? Because we even have a relationship with circumstances, no? And the Almighty also, no? Don't you think so? Now, why is it difficult for us to be in that state is what you need to look at. Okay, why is it difficult for me? You can ask yourself now, why is it difficult for me to allow myself to receive what I want? Very complicated question, isn't it? Who can repeat that, what I just said? Shakti, can you try? Why is it difficult?
Difficult to get what I want.
Why is it difficult for me to allow myself to receive what I want or desire? Interesting, isn't it? So the next thing will be, why is it difficult for me to be in honor, trust, allowance, gratitude, and vulnerability? Who is making it difficult? So ladies and gentlemen, who is making it difficult for you to receive? Who is making it difficult for you to receive everything that you desire?
Yes, my mind, sir.
Yeah, what I consider my mind or myself or whatever. I told you I used to do that automatic writing, you know. So they used to always tell me, keep your bloody mind out of the way. Once or twice they said, you get out of the way, man. You get out of the way. I'm saying, if I get out of the way, who's receiving? I never got it at that time that I'm the one who's blocking it. So I have to get out of the way. If somebody is standing in the way, you know, in front of you, not letting you receive, that's you. That's an interesting insight I got. Okay, good. So now, whatever my words have provoked in your brain, I would like to listen to that. So who would like to go? Neeti ji.
So the first thing that I have to do is get off the why bus, the question, why did this happen? Why did this experience happen? Why did I lose this? Why did they say that? That why has to go out of my vocabulary to be able to totally give up judging, totally give up resistance, and look at every experience as a gift. And in that gift, find the celebration, that instead of why am I being burdened with this, as as I am the chosen one to attend to this. So the difference between why me to being the chosen one, that shift has to happen.
So when that shift happens, or whenever you allow it to happen, how will it change the way you think? That you already told me. The way you speak and the way you do things in life. After all, this kind of thinking change will result in something happening. No?
There'll be more celebration in every act. There'll be more grace in every act, grace in feeling and grace in the process of action, where you give with more joy, when you receive with more openness, when everything around you has a blessed feeling. It has a far more energetic, vibrant feel. When the exchange with people in your relationships, in the circumstances, with the unknown people also is smoother, it's with ease, I am able to convey and they are able to receive me, and vice versa.
So there will be an openness to give and to receive also.
Yes, yes.
Very nice. And start thinking, like I'm a guy who likes specific things, right? So I shall be speaking like this from now on, right? See, when I honor someone, there is a way I speak with them, right? Have you noticed that there is a way we speak to people who we feel close to? जिनके साथ हम अपने आप को नजदीक महसूस करते हैं. There's a way we are with them, right? And the way we speak to them is different. Like अपने भाई बंधुओं से बात करते हैं. Like when I talk to Ratan ji, I feel quite close to him. So when I talk to him, it's different. I mean, he's also when he talks to me. Or if you are on some formal basis with someone, we know where you got all your pretenses and guards up, then there's a different way you talk to them, right?
Yes.
And there's a different way you listen to them also, isn't it? कि ये मेरा प्यारा दोस्त है, तो जब कुछ बोलता है, I should listen to it with more honor and trust, right?
Yes.
I mean, I'll give more honor to his point of view. You remember, communication begins with the willingness to accept another person's point of view. Will that
Yes.
not become possible?
Yes, sir.
And even if any differences are there, we can easily resolve them without making it worse.
Yes.
क्योंकि differences तो हो ही जाती है ना. So it's an interesting can of worms we are opening up this morning, aren't we? Thank you, Neeti, for your sharing.
Thank you.
Yes, Shakti ji.
Sir, for my observation so far, it's like if some things that happened in the past, okay, I'm not vulnerable with them, okay, but in my mind, okay, I'm assuming it may happen or may not happen, but I'm playing some sequence. Okay, if I'm telling this, they are going to tell. Like that in my mind, I'm playing, okay, energetically, I'm conveying something to them, okay, but I'm blaming like I didn't say anything, but they are reacting like this.
Yeah, but they are actually reacting to what you're sending out energetically, no?
Exactly.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yes,
So
sir.
you want to, can you imagine how much we need to watch out for? So saying something and thinking something may have the same impact, right?
Yes.
Suppose in your mind you're thinking, oh, this fellow is a stupid fellow, and you're saying, no, we should make up for our past differences. So if you're saying he's a stupid fellow, you're judging. That means you're not in allowance, right?
Yes.
People always know when you're not in allowance of them, you know that? You cannot hide it.
True, sir. But in words, we are putting like, okay, no, I'm honoring you, I'm trusting you, all those things. But energetically, it's not true.
Yeah. So when we do that, see, if you're saying it and energetically it's not true, then you are not in integrity, no?
Yes. That's
Because
missing.
your own awareness is saying, hey, Shakti, you liar, what are you doing?
Yes.
So you're reducing your own power by doing that, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And we do it unconsciously. I mean, the day we stop doing it, we'll all have halo, it becomes Saint Shakti Ji, Saint Sukhdeepak Ji, Saint Ratan Ji, Saint Kunayan Ji, and Saint Vetrivel Ji. Saint Venkatesh, his name is also very great, Venkateshwara, like that, But we can strive towards it.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we are trapped in this human body and human mind, right? So they will do their tricks, and we can be compassionate for that also. See, if you cannot be in allowance to yourself, see, you'll see now, when we said all this, many people start judging, oh my God, I'm this kind of a person. You are a person. You trust yourself to be human. Okay? And let's not get into judgment of ourselves. I'm not saying any of this. It's just to be aware of what we are doing. Because we are smart people. If you're aware that you're taking this big axe and you are going to hit your foot with it, you will move your foot out of the way, isn't it? Otherwise, you will hit the axe on your own feet and say, oh, accidentally, I cut my foot. Okay, so it's a good time to request Ratanji to do that centering exercise. Ratanji, I will invite you. Please do that awareness exercise for everybody. And let's take just 5 minutes for that. Doesn't need more than that.
Okay. First of all, let the big toe touch each other and not the heels, just the big toe. And the fingers, the middle finger and the ring finger touching the thumb very lightly. Put it on your hips. And the most important part is touch the tongue to the upper palate. And as much as you can, keep a space between the teeth. The lips can be closed. And gently close your eyes and let the thoughts come and go. Don't resist the thoughts. Don't give energy to the thoughts. Let it come and go, come and go. So let's begin. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So simple. What does it do? It puts you into a state of centered, mind is settled, you're more aware. Right? So today, when I did this exercise, I immediately could make out that I'm holding this upper part of my body so tightly always, This part of my body, shoulders and all. So when I did it, it became relaxed because I realized I'm holding it tightly. So many things. So beautiful, Ratanji. So thankful to you for the gift of this wonderful exercise to empowering morning conversations. All right. So now I'd like to listen to you with to your response, let me say, to all those thought-provoking statements that I made this morning. What is kind of getting opened up in your brain? Let's listen to Rama and then we will listen to Kunen also.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Rama.
Yeah, so it's really, you have provoked so many things, and particularly relationship among all those 5 elements, how they are all very intricately linked. So one thing which again and again keeps coming up is thinking. So we give in life so much importance to, improve the thinking process, to bring in the thinking as the major thing in life. So after so many years of developing the thinking process, finally we are saying thinking is the problem. Thinking is thinking. So this is really, little bit, not little bit, really, tough to really understand what is the real issue. We appreciate so much, we develop, we put in so much effort, time and energy in developing it. And then finally we are saying that, it's a problem. That is what is really, creating problem for you in life. At one level, I understand that overthinking is a problem. Like it is like, eating sugar. Thinking is like eating sugar. And unfortunately, we keep on eating sugar. And obviously it will create a sickness. No question about it. But the question is, how do we limit how much sugar to take, how much thinking to make, to do, and where to avoid the thinking, where to use the thinking. So that's something really tough thing to implement. I intellectually understand that thinking is a problem.
First of
But
all,
practically, there
I
are
want to respond to that now, Rama.
Yes, sir.
See, I don't say thinking is a problem. Okay. Thinking is thinking, and can we be in allowance of that also? But what we call thinking, we should look at that very carefully. Okay. For a lot of people, their internal conversation is the only thinking that they have. Correct?
Yes.
So, and because it is happening all the time, like sugar, which we eat all the time, you're saying, right? We are not even aware what's going on in our mind, no?
Yes.
How automatically certain beliefs are coming up. How automatically, you remember we use a term called jails, right? I'm not going to explain that. For that, let them come to the bars class. So unconsciously, we are running these algorithms, no?
Yes.
Which maybe we can call it thinking, if you want. Now, another thought is are we thinking, or is the thinking is thinking us?
Yeah. So there is no awareness. There is no awareness
Exactly.
in this thinking process. Yeah.
So that's one. Like, if I don't know that I'm aware, I mean, if I'm aware of my thinking, I may use it. Otherwise, it's using me as a background noise, a conversation. Okay. So that one. Second is this faculty of logical thinking that we have been made to develop. Right? Now, you're the world, you're from the IT world, right? What is fuzzy logic?
So fuzzy logic is there is allowance for many factors which are not necessarily clearly known.
Right?
Right.
So, like, logic is based on
Yeah.
postulate, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Zero
your
and one.
logical
And yes
thinking.
or no. Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Fuzzy logic is, so let me put it this way, that maybe that our kind of thinking that we are promoting is like fuzzy logic. It opens up room for new possibilities.
Yes.
Whereas our old logic, which is based on old knowledge, right? I mean, after all, the data that we are using for our logic, what is the base of that logical thinking? If my relationship with current reality is filtered through my experience of whatever knowledge I'm carrying from the past, am I really dealing with the reality right now as it is?
No, it is always past. Yeah.
So then my logic is faulty, no?
Yes.
So it
Logic,
doesn't give me
logic is
any
not
room.
alive and current. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not giving me any room for any creation, right?
Yes.
I'm trapped in that. See, just look at one guy called Nikola Tesla. Okay. He was maybe 100 years ahead of his time. He discovered things and he was never allowed to prosper. Why? Because of certain logical thinking of some people. Okay. Like we could have had free energy and God knows how many things. I mean, you must be aware of what all he was propounding, and he did it also. Right? So I think that's kind of, so I'm not saying don't do thinking, but if you have to do thinking, you think, no?
Yeah. With awareness, with aliveness. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can also start questioning some of the logic that we have.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you an example. Like, there is this big businessman in Dubai. He's a part of us only. So we were talking about, I told him, I said, hey, listen, why don't you hand over completely to your son? I was telling Reddy Garu also, but I'm not talking about Reddy Garu right now. I'm talking about that gentleman. So I said, just let him handle the day-to-day things, right? Because that guy is getting very perturbed about day-to-day things. I said, you focus, you have built this business. I mean, both are quite similar. Huh? He's just like Reddy Garu only. But his business is totally different. He's a trader and Reddy Garu is a manufacturer. Correct? So I said, you built it. So you got the acumen, right? And one thing is getting clearer and clearer that in your type of business now, these kind of problems will always be there. You know, somebody did not accept the consignment, somebody has not paid in time, you know, after ordering is changing, no, I don't want it, take it back. You know, those are common problems, right? And his question is always that when are these problems going to get over? I said, hello, business will have these problems. Yeah, that's what is called business. That's why you get paid for. If that is troublesome to you, let that day-to-day, that kachara be handled by your son. Oh, but he's not ready for it. Okay. It's based on some logic, no? If you use the same logic that was 20 years ago when you started, were you ready for it? No. Then why are you worried that he's not ready for it? That's the kind of logic we use, no? How much of logic we are. So I think that this fuzzy logic can be used to create things. Correct?
Yeah.
That's why it's becoming so popular now.
Yes.
So it is not fixed. That's why it's called fuzzy.
Yeah.
So perhaps we are proponents of fuzzy logic. And if we are aware, we will question the basis of our logic also, no? Have you noticed that people are just not willing to question the basis of their logic? They get upset with that. They feel that what something based on which they are arguing is the truth. So let's not even judge the, what shall I say, thinking. You just know this unaware conversation in our head is what we call as thinking. It's not.
Yeah.
I think thinking is when you consciously and intentionally follow a process. How many of us have learned the art of thinking? How many of us have learned the art of ideation, for example? Like, you know, our friend Dr. Edward de Bono, you should study his books, very interesting. He writes, he has researched about how human beings use their minds, you know. One of the things we use our mind is for thinking, maybe. Maybe. More you look into it, the more you realize that there is no end to that knowledge, no? So we can only say maybe. So good. Thank you.
Yeah. So just 2 points which is coming up. One crude analogy is like it is thinking process is like a handheld drilling machine. You switch on and you don't hold it, you don't have the control, awareness and consciousness. It will go and drill everywhere and spoil the whole place. But if you have the control, if you are aware, if you are consciously doing, you will do the useful thing. So that's the crude analogy I'm getting. So
Beautiful.
from this, the main point is that the thinking process has to be current, alive, with awareness and with consciousness.
Based on current reality.
Yeah, current realities. Thank you, sir. That's what I got it. Thank you.
Good, great. Thanks for summarizing it so beautifully. Yes, Reddy Garu and then Kunen. आप अपने हो ना, घर वाले लास्ट में खाना खाते हैं. जब दावत देते हैं घर वाले बाद में खाते हैं ना, इसलिए आप बाद में बोलेंगे. रेड्डी गारू पहले बोलेंगे.
Sir,
Yes,
what
sir.
I did is in my past one, I'm resisting pain, I'm resisting suffering. That's what my observation, sir, in my life.
Yeah. And they say, there's an old saying, no, sir, what you resist will,
Yes.
Fist.
know that, no?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So suppose we are in allowance of that also, what will it make possible? Think about it.
Okay, sir.
If I am in allowance that, okay, when the pain come, it is coming already, no? What can you do about it?
Yes, sir.
You can experience it. It will not trouble you that much.
Yeah.
Nice music. Who is playing that music? Yeah.
Okay,
Now
sir.
you understand how important this honor, trust, allowance, gratitude is.
Yes, sir.
Good. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, Kunen.
Thank you, sir. Sir, adding on to this conversation and picking some points from Rama, what I am learning is a very strong sense of faith will have the higher optimism, external control, and self-esteem.
External control means
External control of all the triggers which disturbs,
internal control.
yeah, which disturbs our harmony. So a strong sense of faith with the awareness all the time, not just like we are discussing here and then when we go out,
Back to square A.
then we lost. So all the moment, very strong sense of faith, it will give us the higher optimism, good control of the external triggers and self-esteem. And when we are armed with this, there'll be no dissonance, there'll be more harmony. And automatically 5 elements will be there
No,
to experience the experiences.
no. Automatically 5 will not be there. The 5 will, when will they appear? Automatically you will have ease and joy in your life. I mean, what you're saying is very logical, but let's just tweak it, slight change in it, right? If I have faith, absolute faith, will I not be in allowance?
Will be.
Correct na? Total allowance, भाई उसका है तो सब ठीक ही होगा. Right? And if you're in allowance, will you be judging?
No.
If you're not judging, you will be honoring. And you will be trusting because भाई ultimate है आपके पास तो trust से भी ऊंची चीज आपके पास है. So you are in honor, you are trust, you are allowance, and you will be grateful for everything that you have. Will you be open or closed? Will you be vulnerable or try to put barriers between? You will be vulnerable also.
True.
That is why you will have happiness and joy. Faith is the one which may allow you to honor. See, if you have faith, you have to be in allowance. There's no other way. Ab try karke dekho. If you have absolute faith, why would you not be in allowance? And why would you be judging? See, faith is कि भाई ये बंदा नहीं, somebody who's irritating to you today. Why is he irritating? You don't like him. Why do you not like him? Because you don't like what he's doing. ये किस तरह का इंसान है ये. If you have faith, you'll say, "Oh, he's also made by the same person who made me. So there must be a reason why he's like this. I have full faith that these people are also in my life to fulfill a purpose. So I'm in allowance of them."
True.
But judgment khatam ho jayega na.
True. And when we are in that state, that all the stream of thoughts, what Rama was talking, will be aligned, will not generate, or those thoughts which we feel is disturbing or negative will not be there.
Yeah, it will not create dissonance like the word you used.
Yeah.
There will be resonance. In fact, you will be so aware of what your mind is doing that, when the moment there is a dissonance, you will notice it. For example, your mind is saying, oh, I want to make, 6 crore rupees this year. Okay. And then somebody tells you, get into action and do some work. And your mind says, Arey, yaar, I don't like to do this type of work. That is dissonance, no? If you have an idea and you want to fulfill it, you will have to do all kinds of work, right? Even what you don't like. You'll start questioning why I don't like, because I'm not very good at it. Achha, so you don't like that you're not very good at it. Why are you not good at it? Because I've never done it properly in the past. So why can't you do it properly now? This kind of logic can be used if you come from allowance. But if you come from judgment, no, main to aisa hi hoon. I've never done something like this. How can I do it now? See how we use our mind. Like Edward de Bono said, it's not the mind or the intelligence that's the problem. The problem is how do we use it? You can use great intelligence to prove why something should not be done. क्यों हमें नहीं करना चाहिए? We can use the same intelligence to prove क्यों करना चाहिए. Don't you think? So faith जो आप कह रहे हो, that is the ultimate. That is why everybody says have faith, have faith. But who has got faith? Conditional faith, no? मौका परस्त faith होता है हमारा. As long as everything is going all right for me, I'm having faith. When it's not all right, तो फिर हम जब कोसते हैं दुनिया को, जब हम कोसते हैं उसको सबको, ठीक है? Where is the faith gone then? अगर faith होता तो लड़ाई झगड़े ही नहीं होते भैया. There'd be no war, no? That is why, I am for anything that makes people be in allowance. Because there'll be no war, no? There'll be no violence. There'll be no need for it. Unless a surgeon is doing some violence, cheat, hard, whatever. Even sickness might not be so much, no? Most of our sickness is coming from what? Stress thinking, anger, fear, anxiety, fear of loss, blah, blah, blah. Good one. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So,
Sir, how about the word surrender?
without faith, can you have surrender?
No, faith and then surrender.
Yeah. If you have faith, you will surrender. And if you can surrender, you will have faith. Both go together, I think.
Total surrender, then I think you can function better.
Yeah. Total surrender can only happen if you have faith, no? That all will be well.
Right.
Don't worry that way.
Right, right.
Somebody is there looking after me. Yes, Pooja ji.
Right.
Pooja ji,
So
boliye.
what I'm getting out of today's conversation, energy is the key. Even if you have best of the intention, but if we are not energetically aligned in that particular moment, we are not going to convey that. So what we do, our self-talk also, at times we stuck in loop. So what kind of energy is getting manifested? So attention and energy. So if our attention is stuck somewhere, how can we pull it to present moment, and how we can pull it to what we want to create? And also energy is also, we will get all kind of experiences, but how we can be energetically aligned moment to moment, so that's required a lot of practice, and I
No.
feel that is the key.
Not really. I can give you simple things to do. Like Ratanji has given you simple exercise to do. वो करना शुरू करो. Is it very difficult? No. कई चीजें हैं जो हम यहाँ करते हैं. Getting your attention in your control, it's not a difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
And you are already
I mean, same
practicing.
thing, whatever the tools we are, yeah, whatever the tools we are using in moment to moment, like Ratanji taught, or access conscious tools. So that help us, but the main purpose is to be in alignment.
Yeah. So you need awareness, ना?
Yeah.
अगर ये जो हमारा चक 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 चलता रहता है, you know, it is so loud. So if we can silence it, that's why I like this Ratanji's exercise, instantly silences. Or the other exercise which I taught you, focusing on 50 different objects. That also takes only 5 minutes. Good insight, Pooja. Thank you very much for sharing. Okay, so time to close. Kuldeep ji, may I request you for your share of the day, sir?
सर, जैसा आपकी आज्ञा. कहते हैं कि दुआ मिले बड़ों से और साथ मिले अपनों से.
वाह वाह. Blessings.
दुआ मिले बड़ों से, साथ मिले अपनों से, खुशियां मिले जग से और रहमत मिले रब से.
वाह वाह वाह.
और प्यार मिले सबसे, यही दुआ है प्रभु से. सब खुश रहें आपसे और आप खुश रहें सबसे.
वाह वाह. Why don't you only translate it?
सर आप करो, आपकी इंग्लिश अच्छी.
तो आप लाइन बाय लाइन फिर से बताइए.
हाँ बोलता हूँ. दुआ मिले बड़ों से,
Blessings of elders and company of
अपनों से,
हाँ, of near and dear ones.
और खुशियां मिले जग से,
Happiness from the world,
रहमत मिले रब से,
compassion from the Creator,
प्यार मिले सबसे,
and love from everybody.
यही दुआ है प्रभु से.
That's my only request from the Creator.
कि सब खुश रहें आपसे,
That everybody remains happy with you,
and आप खुश रहें सबसे.
and you remain happy with all of us. Wow.
Thanks.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, Kunayan ji. Petri ji, got anything ready? You also got something ready? Okay. Then first, let us first have Vetrivel's one, and then we'll have the last word is with Kunayan. He likes to have the last words.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, everyone. This is insights of a Tamil song, which very much aligned with today's discussion, which I feel like telling in between also. It goes this way. நிலா காய்கிறது, நிலம் தேய்கிறது, யாரும் ரசிக்கவில்லை. தென்றல் போகிறது, சோலை சிரிக்கிறது, யாரும் சுவைக்கவில்லை. வானும் மண்ணும் நம்மை வாழ செய்யணும், இந்த வாழ்த்து என்றும் ஓயவில்லை. This goes this way. Moon comes every day, goes, nobody is taking care of it, seeing it. And breeze comes, flower blossoms, and nobody is giving attention. All these things are happening, but what the earth and sky says is, just live a life, enjoy it.
Okay, thank you. That's really
इंटरेस्टिंग. सर मुझे दो चीज याद आ रही है कि मैंने कहा रंगों से इश्क है मुझे. मैंने कहा रंगों से इश्क है मुझे, फिर जमाने ने हर रंग दिखा दिए मुझे. फिर जमाने ने हर रंग दिखा दिए मुझे. और एक दूसरा है जो कि थोड़ा मानी खेज है कि जिंदगी रंगों की मानिंद है जनाब. जिंदगी रंगों की मानिंद है जनाब. रंग मिलते हैं तो रंग बदल जाते हैं.
वाह.
रंग मिलते हैं तो रंग बदल जाते हैं. So all of life comes to us with these joy and glory, but experience the experiences And when we enjoy the experiences, then we get the meaning of life.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Beautiful. Thank you. All right, guys. So great conversation today. I'm so happy. Are you happy? Huh? Do you find this useful?
We are happy.
Okay, very good.
Yes, we are all happy. Very happy.
Yes, very
What-
happy.
What we are doing here, do you find it useful?
Absolutely, by all means.
Do
Yes.
you find it interesting?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. So I am actually so happy to have such a big family, and I and Farida so happy for all the good wishes that you showered upon her yesterday. Right? So thank you for your blessings and your love. And we wish you the same. Have a happy day. Have a happy Sunday. Right? And see you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Stay safe, stay blessed all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And I wish we have you every day, Rama. So how to make it possible to have Rama every day? We are selfish people. We want
Need
him.
to send someone to his kitchen.
And Ramaji, while coming, bring the drilling machine also.
I think we should provide him a wife who will take care of all these things. Okay,
No,
no?
I will develop the skill to speak from the kitchen like Priya. Let's see.
Yeah, that's possible. I mean, you're a, you want to be very, proper, How can you let people, you can pause your kitchen for 30 seconds, say something, and then find a way, man. We want to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a very good presence to have. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So Deepak sir,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
for all the EMC member, if they remember the ad, Pond said boogie woogie whoosh. So I'm feeling like doing to everybody cheeks
Oh,
to make them smile. Further smile.
तो ये सब ना कैमरा ऑफ करके तुम बोलती रहती हो क्या बूगी बूगी वुश की बात कर रही हो हाँ ये हुई ना बात सामने तो आओ
So I'm
Very
doing
good.
this to all.
Ah, great. Thank you so much. Bye.
Stay safe, stay blessed all. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Happy Sunday to all, sir.
Yep, you too. Major Saab,
Yes, sir.
when are you going to start coming at 7 o'clock, sir?
Sir, today I joined by 7:15, sir.
Yeah, I know. I noticed it. That's why I said 7 o'clock, no?
Yes, sir. I will, sir.
7:30, now you're coming at 7:15. Yay, we are so happy. Some
Improved,
progress has
sir.
been made there. Great.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.